Hello everyone, welcome to my tutorial on the ZZ method. Today I'm going to talk about the basics and the concepts of the ZZ method. This tutorial is divided into 3 parts. In this tutorial, I'm going to cover the knowledge you need for you to be able to solve the cube with the ZZ method. Without further ado, let's get started. The ZZ method was invented by Polish speedcuber Zbigniew Zebrowski in 2006. Its aim was to improve efficiency while maintaining high turns per second. The ZZ method is divided into 3 steps. The first step is the EO line. The second step is ZZF12, and the last step is the last layer. EO, which stands for edge orientation, is one of the main concepts of ZZ. The definition of edge orientation is that any edge that can be solved to its correct position using only R, L, U, and D moves, hence not affecting the F or B layer, are considered to be oriented. Every F or B quarter turn you make will make the misoriented edges on that layer become oriented, and the oriented edges become misoriented. Therefore, F2 or B2 moves does not affect the orientation of edges. For a ZZ solver, it is recommended for you to hold your cube at the same orientation when solving. If you want to follow my tutorial, I would recommend you to hold your cube at a orientation of blue or green in front and yellow on top. Now let's talk about edge orientation. During inspection, your goal is to find out all the misoriented edges and their positions. Here are 2 guidelines which can help you detect misoriented edges. These guidelines apply to these stickers and these stickers. So basically, the 4 edge stickers on top, the 2 in the E layer that is facing you, the 2 in the E layer that's on the back, and the 4 edge stickers that are on the bottom. Now, the first guideline is, if the sticker is orange or red in color, then it must be misoriented. The second guideline is, if the sticker is blue or green in color, then we need to take a look at the side sticker, which is the other sticker of the edge. If the side sticker is white or yellow in color, then the edge is also misoriented. If you encounter any other cases except for the 2 that I've just mentioned, then you don't really need to care about it, because that means the edge is oriented. Remember to look only at the stickers that I've pointed out previously in the video. Make sure you fully understand the concept before continuing the video. Now I'm going to show you a few examples of how to orient the misoriented edges. Misoriented edges comes in even numbers. You'll never have an odd number of misoriented edges. If you do, then that means you have either flipped an edge or you just counted wrongly. Now let's talk about 2 edges misoriented. For 2 edges misoriented, I'm going to put one of the misoriented edge in the F face or the B face, and then the other misoriented edge in the S slice, which is the layer between the F layer and the B layer. Now I'm going to do a F move, which will orient one of the misoriented edges that is on the F face, but then I'm going to deliberately misorient these 3 edges at the same time. Now I'm going to bear in mind that when I do the F move, the newly oriented edge have to be able to be interchanged with the misoriented edge. Now, when I do the F move, I will put the misoriented edge, I will swap it with the newly oriented edge. So now that when I swap it, it will take its place, and all 4 misoriented edges are on the same F face or B face. Now I will do a F move, which will orient all the edges. Now let's talk about 4 edges misoriented. As you can see, these 4 edges are misoriented. Now what I'm going to do is, using U, D, L, R moves, F2 and B2 moves, I'm going to move these 4 misoriented edges to the same F face or B face. Now I'm going to do a F move, which will orient these 4 edges. And now all edges are oriented. For 6 edges misoriented, there are 2 ways to solve this case. The first way is very simple and straightforward. First, you solve 4 of the misoriented edges. and then you orient the 2 that's left, and you already know how to do that. But then there's the other way to orient 6 misoriented edges. So it is 3 edges plus 4 edges. So you might ask, what do you mean? 3 edges plus 4 edges? That is 7 edges. So how it works is, I'll first put 3 of the edges to a F face, and then this edge is oriented. So when I do a F move, I will orient 3 of the misoriented edges and deliberately misorient the originally oriented edges. So along with the 3 edges that are originally oriented, you now have 4 misoriented edges, and you already know how to solve 4 misoriented edges. For 8 misoriented edges, it is also very straightforward. First, you orient 4 of the 8 misoriented edges by putting them to a F layer or B layer, and then doing a F move or a B move. Then, you orient the other 4 the same way. To orient 10 misoriented edges, first you orient 4 of them, and then you orient the remaining 6, and that's basically 4 plus 6 edges, and you already know how to do that. Now let's talk about 12 misoriented edges. Now, this is a very rare case, but even if you encounter it, you don't need to panic or be afraid. All you need to do is turn the F face once and the B face once. Now, you will be left with 4 misoriented edges, which you already know how to solve. Now that you have all the edges oriented, you can proceed to do the EO line. Doing the EO line is similar to making the cross in CFOP, except that you can only use UDLR moves, F2 and B2 moves, and you only need to solve the green, white, and blue, white cross edges. If you have successfully understood and done all the previous steps, then congratulations, you have completed the first step of ZZ. I will see you in the next part of the tutorial.